Automate Tax Litigation by Mr. Adarsh Madercha, CEO and founder at Jamco. CA Adarsh is a prominent figure in automation and tech, having led system audit at EY for 6 years. Proficient in Excel, Power BI, data analytics and SAP audit, he is a mastermind behind Jamco, India's largest practice management software with 2100 plus firm, a qualified chartered accountant, CISA, TISA holder, with over 95 seminars under his belt, covering tax litigation, automation, cybersecurity, and many more. He began presenting at 20 and served a faculty for ICAI. Everyone, can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Adarsh?
Hello everyone, very good afternoon. I guess today we have a very good lineup of the speakers, everyone talking about digitization, automation. So here I am presenting something similar, but you have heard it for the first time, because we are India's first and only automated tax litigation tracking solution. We go by the name Jamco portal. So let's see what it does and how it helps in your organization. As a CEO, we are also heading the tax team, right? And it is onus upon us to ensure that all the organizations that we cater to, if you have say 5, 6, 10 organizations under your belt, all 200 to say 2 GST registrations, it is onus upon us to ensure that all the notices are being replied or not, right? So let's see how we are be able to track that. So all that we need to do is put the credentials, that's all. No data entry required. There is no extra effort for your tax team to implement this. That's all. Just import the data and enjoy the dashboards. We fetch the information from income tax. These are the informations that we fetch from. These are the information we fetch for the GST, and here for the TDS we fetch information from income tax as well as traces. The reason people implement this is for this wonderful dashboard. One single unified calendar for all the actions that you need to take across your income tax, GST, TDS traces. Everything single dashboard. And mind well, there is no user data entry required whatsoever. Just one click and this dashboard is created, and this can be synced every day so that you are always be seeing the live data which is happening across your say 50 registrations, across your PANs, GST numbers, TDS, TANs, everything. Here you can just taking couple of examples. If you can concentrate on just the 14th of the month, here you can see that I have got 6 proceedings, closure notice, closure orders I should say, and you can decide upon whether you would like to go for a further appeal or accept those orders. On 14th I have 8 notices, 2 which is shown in slight green color which has already been replied, and 6 notices slightly orange color which are still pending to be replied, and all these are color coded based on the legend shown on the top of the calendar. Imagine having this particular report across all your open proceedings for income tax, proceeding section wise across all your assessment year. If you ask your tax team to give you this kind of a dashboard on a daily basis, will they be able to do that? The answer would be probably no, right? So this will be able to do that in one click of a button, just 10 minutes implementation. This is how the reports look like across all your entities, list of all your demands, refund. Just to now showcase quickly what we have, and then we can take up few questions. This is how the demands look like. All the information presented on a single screen. What's the demand, original demand, how much you have paid, how much you have contested. The demand notice is itself shown here itself. You don't have to visit the website again to see the notice. This is how your returns list look like, the return details look like, and it fetches not only the information from the income tax website but also from the NSDL website. All the information which is relevant for decision making is presented on a single screen. These are all your proceedings, all the forms that you file, the notices from the GST which is also linked to your demands like this. So the breakup is shown. The refund information which is fetched from multiple pages on the GST website also shown on a single calendar, single dashboard. Additional notices, case details, notices from the traces, notices from the income tax which are pertaining to that particular TAN number, your consumed challan, unconsumed challan, all the details presented here. Demand details, that's all. Now, how would this will help, right? First, the implementation path is very simple. You can go live in 10 minutes, no data entry required from the tax team or anything. The second is, as the number of notices increases, as the government is more and more issuing notices, asking for some replies, this is a must-have tool in CEO's belt to ensure that all the notices have been dealt with. Yes, now we can take up few questions from the audience if you have any. Yes. I guess they are arranging a mic.
Hello. Hi, my name is Rohit. I have two queries. First of all, you mentioned that I believe this is a real-time information that we usually give. In case it's replied, it will be automatically updated. And secondly, what we usually face in an organization is that sometimes department not only issues notices on the portal, they generally send you via post. So I don't think so. It will fetch first. So do we have an option to put these things in the system on your portal, and then we can maybe migrate to the portal? Or what kind of challenges usually we face? That's my prime facie question.
Yes, true. So specifically on the income tax side, depending upon which state we are talking about, some notices are still outside the system. So you'll be able to add that and also see the same information on the calendar. Of course, then those particular notices would be user data entry. Correct.
See, as in our case, we are having group of companies, okay, and we need to track we need to keep the track for all the companies. So how this is possible through this software? Because me being head, I need to monitor all the companies at the same time.
True.
So is there anything that I can link up all 4 or 5 companies within the software?
Yes. So whenever we were looking at this list, this is showing for all the entities that have been added here. So the words that you are seeing which are blurred out is the list of name of that entity. So all these dashboards are combined together for that all your entities.
See, what I am noticing in yours, this is operating like as a practicing CEO operates, as he is having a lot of clients, and then he is maintaining separate data for all the clients. But in my case, what I want that a single dashboard to be created for all the companies.
Yes, this
so
is
that when my calendar is ready, then it's showing me all 4 or 5 companies within single dashboard.
Yes, this calendar is for all your 20 entities together, not pertaining to a single entity. This is for all your entities.
Okay.
And of course, if you have any specific query on a specific topic, we have a stall outside. You can visit us. We can take you through in depth about the solution and pick up your very specific question on whether it does this or not. And of course, if you have any generalized questions, we have at least 5-6 minutes more to take up the questions. Yes, please. Yes, if you can have a mic at the back side.
Hi, this is Sanket from HDFC AMC. 2 questions. What kind of authorizations do you need from the company, and how have you set up the licensing from the government? How do you fetch the data from the government websites? And another thing, as someone asked about manual updation, since this is a dashboard in the company's records, this will also function as a official record of the company. Am I audible now? Better?
Yes.
Okay, I'll repeat my question. Two-pronged questions. One from the authorization perspective, what authorizations you need from the company to fetch the data from the income tax website, and what's your setup with the government in terms of authorizing you to fetch the data after our authorization, if at all anything is required. And beyond that, when the dashboard is updated finally, is the entity able to go and update their own remarks against those notices? Because sometimes the notices are erroneous. They may not lead to a penalty or kind of, any kind of settlement or any kind of payment. Is the organization allowed to update that? Then that can be used as a good audit report also. Otherwise, it will lead to a lot of audit issues as well. So if you can just throw some light on them.
Yes. So taking the first question on how do we fetch this information? So basically we run an RPA on top of all these 3-4 websites, and that's how we fetch all the information. On the second question on what all other management related information that we have is, of course, if you are running a big team, then we have an ability to assign particular notices to a particular team member and then see a report for that particular member whether he has replied or not. All these dashboards specific to a particular team member. The second is do we have an ability for the team member to add remarks to a particular notice? Yes, we have that as well. You can even upload some calculations which you would like to just save it for that particular notice. We have that as well. So both options available. If you have any follow-up questions, we can take
Just
that.
one more. Is there an on-prem version or
Yes,
SaaS
we
version?
do have two licensing options. First is our cloud option, where onboarding can happen just in half an hour or 10 minutes. And we have an on-premise option as well. If you are running a large corporate entities, then of course you would like to have this information on your own server. So we do have a on-prem license option as well.
And would this product be kind of compliant with all guidelines of the, say, cybersecurity or SEBI guidelines? Would this product be compliant with that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thanks.
So we have few more minutes, so we can definitely take questions.
Hi. So I normally face one problem. Sometimes we get notices which is very unique. Maybe 5 years, 6 years back, department has issued us, and it is not with us. There is no backup available, because sometimes it has come with previous team and people, and somewhere it has missed out and not in the radar at all. But one fine day we get some notice and that you have not represented, and we will freeze your bank account, we will do this, that, and all those stuff. So how you or your solution will address that problem?
So I'll be very frank about this question. So solution will not be able to help you on that front, right? It's just showing you a dashboard what is available on various different entities that you have. Answering a question from a CA angle, because we run a CA practice as well, consulting as well. So legally we are required to keep our books for 8 years, right? So government might question you on that front, that you are anyways required to keep your books of accounts for 8 years. So dig those archives and answer those notices.
In fact, when you said that your solution fetch the data from RPA model, so it means it has to be linked with some of the government portals, is it?
We can take this question offline because
Okay.
then we will have to understand what RPA means, or we have to discuss that. But sure. If we have a final question, yes, we have that.
Hi, this is Raj. Can you give some brief background there? How the linking will be done? Still I'm confused. The reason is that government is issuing a notice, it is coming to us, is internal dashboard still it is fine, we can make it. But how that is linked with the government portal?
Okay, so I'll give you how the software works. So whenever you add the credentials, the software basically on the background opens up the browser on our server, right? And then will visit all those 18, 20, 25 pages where all the information is available, capture those information and present your dashboard. That's what an RPA is. So this is information fetched directly from the government website, not from your emails, if that was your question. And of course, if you have any further questions, we have a stall outside, and of course, we have both options of on-cloud as well as on-premise version. On-cloud is a very cost-effective solution. So if you have a small organization having just couple of entities, then this is something which is very helpful because otherwise in your, of course, we have stalwarts here. I can see many experienced faces. So have you ever come across a solution which give you a tax litigation dashboard? Anyone? Okay. Yes. Thanks for the feedback. Thank you all. Thanks for being an awesome audience. That's my time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Requesting you to please be on the stage. Now I would like to call upon stage Mr. Samir Mandan, Director Finance at Elegant Technologies, to please be on the stage and felicitate Mr. Adarsh. Everyone, can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Adarsh for such a wonderful session?